Hello and welcome to the Project Falcon Punch Top 5 guest list. I am your host, Dan, and with me today I have a very special guest. In fact, it's PushDustIn's. Say hello.
Hey, how's it going, everyone?
How are you doing, Push?
I'm doing really well. Was it December 30th when we're recording this, or December 28th, 29th?
Yes.
I'm not sure what day it is right now.
29th for me, but I know you're now 9 hours ahead, so you're almost, I guess, on the 30th, I think. Well, thereabouts.
Yeah, so I just been enjoying my vacation, just relaxing at home because unfortunately the numbers with the pandemic are rising, so figured it's best to stay home and relax with the wife.
Nice, it sounds good. So I'm sure people watching this probably are aware, but just in case if anyone who isn't, what would people know you most from?
About 6 years ago, I started a website called Source Gaming, where I did a lot of research into the Smash Brothers series, and then about, I think, a year and a half ago, I left that website, and then later I joined Did You Know Gaming full-time as a content creator for them, basically. So I do research, I write scripts for them, and sometimes I also make videos for them.
Nice, and congrats on the full-time work with
Thank
Did
you.
You Know Gaming as well.
It's a little stressful getting it all organized because, I'm in Japan right now.
Yeah.
Getting that sorted was a little bit complicated, but we're able to get everything sorted, everything all set up.
Nice, that's good to hear. All right, and Push, what is your number 5?
So I feel like it's kind of hard to not do a top 5 and not say Animal Crossing for 2020. Animal Crossing kind of was released at like this perfect time where the world situation was just happening, and everyone was really afraid, and Animal Crossing came by and it kind of provided some mental relief for everyone. It was like a shared cultural experience. Like it was almost on the same level as like Pokemon Go was, just in like how widespread Animal Crossing was back in like March.
Yeah, March.
I remember when that first came out, I put in so much hours and stuff like that into the game. I think Animal Crossing is probably one of the most important titles of 2020.
Are you a big Animal Crossing fan? Like, have you played the previous games?
Yeah, I really enjoyed the 3DS version. I think that one's my favorite version. There's some things about the Switch version which I didn't really care for, or I thought they could improve upon, but I feel like with the DLC and with the new add-ons and stuff that they're including with every season, I probably should revisit it, but to be honest, I haven't played much of Animal Crossing after that first or second month. Probably around summertime, I guess, is when I kind of fell out of it.
I think that's the same for a lot of people. At least it was for me. I fell off, around sort of July time.
Yeah, I remember they added the swimming, and that was cool, and then I was just like, okay, I need to play some other games.
Okay, well, speaking of other games, what have you got as your number 4?
So number 4 is a game that was probably my most anticipated game of 2020, and that's Age of Calamity.
Nice.
I really, really enjoyed Hyrule Warriors, and I love the Zelda series, and so I was really excited for Age of Calamity, and I won't do so many spoilers because the game just came out, so a lot of people are still playing through it, but there's certain things with the story that I wish they went in a different direction or stuff like that, but I felt like the characters all feel very, very different. I'm not sure have you played through Age of Calamity at all?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I finished it, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, all the characters, I feel like they feel really different, and with Hyrule Warriors, there's just like overwhelming amount of content. With Age of Calamity, it felt a little bit more manageable. They made it easier, for example, for you to level up all the characters. The Korok seeds, you can actually see how many you're missing, whereas like in the original Hyrule Warriors, you had like the Skulltulas, and that would just be like really, really difficult to find sometimes.
What was your favorite champion or character to play as?
So far, my favorite character is Urbosa, actually. I really like how she feels and charging her
The lightning stuff?
continuous attack.
Right.
Yeah, her lightning stuff and like the continuous attack, I think that feels really good. I feel like she's really easy to get to. And then after that would be Sidon, who unlockable character. I feel like he has such a cool moveset with the timing of the button inputs. It feels really good to fight with him.
Yeah, I totally agree on that. An obvious question there, but I'm assuming you're a big fan of Breath of the Wild as well.
Yeah, I am a big fan of Breath of the Wild. Though actually, to be honest, I haven't finished the Champions Ballad. So sorry about that.
Do you know what? I didn't either. I didn't get the motorbike.
Yeah, I need to go back and play through it again. I don't know if you felt like this, but just very recently I felt like very nostalgic for the launch of the Switch. Because it's been like almost, 3 years now?
4, almost 4.
It's almost 4 years, right?
Yeah.
And so just the other day I was like, you know what? I really did enjoy Breath of the Wild. I really did enjoy Mario Odyssey. Like I kind of want to go back and play through those titles again.
Yeah, I'm actually really with you because like Odyssey's like over 3 years now, and I just I want to play through both those two games because they were such great experiences that like I want to go back to now. Yeah. So Push, what is your number 3?
My number 3 would actually be Jackbox Party Pack number 7. It's a game that I got very, very recently, and I've really enjoyed it. I played it a couple times with a couple of different friends. They have the different mini games and stuff like that, and it's very easy to play with other people because you just use your phone and you can use the as the controller, and so you don't need the extra Joy-Cons or whatever.
And you can do it online, I'm guessing, as well with this.
Yeah, you can do it online as well. I've played it in video calls with people. That's been a lot of fun. It's been a game to play with friends, even remotely or once in person. It's been a blast, I think.
I've not played the most recent Jackbox, but I've played a lot of the other ones, most of the other ones, in fact. What's your favorite the new mini game or thing on this one?
I like the speech contest. I think it's called Talking Point, where you're trying to give a speech and someone else is writing the slides or picking the pictures that you'll be prompted with. So you have to be really quick on your feet and give just like a speech as the slides change and stuff like that, and try to make it as funny or as impressive as possible. Since I enjoy talking so much, I guess that's why I enjoy that game.
Fair enough. Okay, and Push, what's your number 2?
So number 2 and number 1 are actually not games that came out in 2020. So I feel a little bit bad about including them, but Celeste is a game that I finally got around to playing, and it's probably my number 2.
Okay, yeah. It's your list. I've said this before, to people. It's your list. You do what you want to do, and so you can do what you want, Push. So yeah.
So yeah, I'm a little bit slow to get into games in general. No, to get through my backlog. And Celeste was one of those games that was just really high on the games I need to try out in 2020. I'm really happy that I made time and played it because the story is absolutely phenomenal. The story is so well written, and it has a subject that's so important for a lot of people about anxiety and overcoming your fears and stuff like that. And I don't know, just the tone and the art style, the music, everything just ties so well in that game. I was initially very hesitant to play it because when you spend a lot of time on the internet, there's certain games or certain movies that get too hyped.
Yes.
And so when you go into it, you end up kind of disappointing. So you're just for me, it was Undertale. I got really, really hyped about Undertale. Sans came into Smash. Tried Undertale. It's just this is just not my type of game. But with Celeste, I was this game was made for me.
It's a fantastic game. It's funny you should mention about games that were overhyped. I actually had a very similar issue to that with Celeste. I went into it when it just came out and everyone was hyping it up, and at first I was I don't get it, what's so good about this game. But the more you get into it, the more you delve into some of the core mechanics and the story. You have the evil version, and without going too spoilery into that, when you find out how Madeline, I think, is the main character, when she eventually overcomes the evil version of her, I think it's a really powerful sort of moment in the story.
Yeah, it's very memorable. Them flying up and you're about to reach the goal. Yeah, it's very beautiful.
Yeah, it definitely is. Okay, then Push, what is your favorite game of 2020?
So again, it's not a game that released in 2020, but it's actually the game that I played the most, and that's Ring Fit Adventure.
Oh, nice.
I got it on launch day, so it's a year and a couple months old at this point, but I didn't really pick it up. I didn't really start playing it until 2020, because of the current ongoing situation in the world. I had to stop going to the gym because it just was not safe to go and exercise and be around, a bunch of other people. So Ring Fit Adventure was another one of those games that was just released probably at the perfect moment, and it's allowed me to stay fit, allowed me to exercise, and to keep some sort of routine every day, because I would do it for 1 or 2 hours every day at one point during this year, and it's definitely helped me get through the situation and be at peace as you can be with everything that's going on. I'm actually really into exercise games a little bit. I feel they're very fascinating. I'm not super fit or anything like that, but I just think the whole concept of exercising games is something that's really fascinating, and something that I'll actually be exploring in the next season of Memory Card. I'm doing a lot of research. It's called Exertainment, right?
Plug away Memory Card, because I'm also a listener of Memory Card, and I encourage more people to listen to that. Yeah,
so Memory Card is I think a year and a half old now at this point. My co-host Ben Bertoli and we cover different aspects of the video game industry. We tend to go a little bit more niche sometimes, but probably not that niche in a lot of regards, but we have an episode on the history of the Virtual Boy. There was an episode that we did on the history of pinball, for example. It's all good fun.
And I know you often get guests in that on as well.
Yeah, we get guests. Liam Robertson came on and talked about Elite Beat Agents once.
Of course he would.
Yeah, one of my personal highlights of Memory Card.
Nice.
Yeah, we had a guy come on last season talk about Korean handheld, for example. We try to mix things up, and they're all very short episodes. They're about 20-30 minutes, I think, is what we aim for. It's just something that you can listen to if you're driving to work or cooking something and you need something here in the background.
And I do just that, actually. I often listen to your podcast when I'm going to work, actually.
Oh, thank you.
That's all right. Thank you you, Push, for doing this with me.
No problem.
Been a pleasure to have you on.
Yeah.
And so where can people find you around the internet on Twitter and whatnot?
Yeah, so people can find me mostly on Twitter or Instagram. I'm PushDustIn. That's technically 3 words. I do news, translations, video game trivia. Lately, I've been doing 2 or 3 Smash-related trivia every day. Something to look out for.
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully do this again maybe next year, Push. And yeah, take care.
Yeah, hopefully I'll have more interesting games than besides Switch games next year. I'm hoping to get either a PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X. I'm still not decided yet, and try to expand my horizons a little bit more in 2021.